Welcome to the Wild West of weird laws, that is. Tennessee, the state of country music and delicious barbecue, also boasts a legal code stranger than a possum wearing a rhinestone tutu. We're talking about regulations that will make you laugh, scratch your head, and wonder what they were
What's the law?
thinking back in the day. Want to know more about it? Let's get started. Ever dreamed of starting a firewood empire? You might want to steer clear of Tennessee, unless your business model involves solid lumber with a heart of, well, more lumber. That's right, folks. In the state of country music and sweet tea, it's actually illegal to sell hollow
What?
logs. Now, before you picture the Smoky Mountains patrolled by lumberjack vigilantes with magnifying glasses searching for hollow wood, there's a more down-to-earth reason for this law. Apparently, some not-so-honest log dealers back in the day might try to pass off hollow logs as solid ones.
Aw.
Solid logs, you see, burn longer and hotter, perfect for those chilly Tennessee nights. But a hollow log? That's just a fancy tinderbox waiting to happen. Imagine coming home, eager to roast some marshmallows over a crackling fire, only to discover your precious log is more like a nature-made chimney. Not exactly the ambience you were going for. So, the good folks of Tennessee, in their infinite wisdom, decided to put a stop to this logly deception. Now, all firewood vendors have to be honest with Abe Lincolns when it comes to their logs. No hollow promises, no empty cores. Just good, solid wood to keep you warm. Of course, this law does raise a few questions. For instance, what about those naturally hollow logs? Do the trees have to see a therapist if they feel emotionally empty on the inside? Is there a black market for hollow logs? Are there shadowy figures whispering about lightly used logs in dark alleys? Probably not, but it is fun to imagine. All in all, the law on hollow logs is a reminder that sometimes the wackiest laws come from the most practical concerns. In Oneida, according to a dusty old ordinance, thankfully rarely enforced, it's technically illegal for a woman to call a man and ask him out. Can you imagine the horror? No more confidently dialing your crush's number. No more taking control of your love life. Now hold on a
Wait a
sec,
minute.
cowgirls. Before you pack your bags and head for a state with more progressive dating customs, let's unpack this a bit. This law most likely dates back to a bygone era, where social etiquette dictated a more damsel in distress approach to romance. Back then, men were expected to be the assertive ones, sweeping ladies off their feet, or at least off the porch swing. But hey, times have changed, y'all. Ladies are lassoing their own dreams these days, and waiting for a phone call can feel like waiting for a snowball in July. Thankfully, this law is more of a quirky historical tidbit than a real roadblock to romance. In fact, most folks in Oneida probably wouldn't bat an eye if a sassy Southern belle took the reins and dialed her dreamboat. Tennessee has a law that might make your next girl's night a little awkward. There's a rule on the books about ladies living together, and it's got nothing to do with sharing chores or who gets the remote. Here's the deal. If you have 8 or more women shacking up under one roof in Tennessee, well, congratulations. You've just opened a brothel. Now, before you start picturing feather boas and questionable websites, let's clear the air. This law is a relic from a bygone era, most likely intended to crack down on actual houses of ill repute. The problem is, it throws some serious shade on innocent gal pals just trying to live the hashtag squad life. Imagine this. You and your 7 closest besties decide to rent a big old Victorian mansion to channel your inner sorority sisters. Pool parties, movie marathons, endless gossip sessions. Sounds like a blast, right? Well, according to this law, you might be mistaken for something a little less wholesome. Thankfully, this law is rarely enforced these days. Most authorities are more concerned with actual criminal activity than a group of ladies bonding over Netflix. Let's face it, spitting is a disgusting habit. It's unsanitary, unsightly, and frankly, just plain rude. But did you know that in Lexington, Tennessee, taking a loogie on the sidewalk isn't just gross, it's downright illegal? That's right, folks. There's a law on the books specifically targeting those who struggle to swallow their, well, you get the picture. So, next time you find yourself in Lexington with a tickle in your throat, tissues are your friend, people. Remember, unleash that phlegm at your own peril. Now, the reasons behind this law are a bit murky. Maybe Lexington's founding fathers had a particularly strong aversion to sidewalk splatter. Perhaps they envisioned a utopia where pristine pavements gleamed under the Tennessee sun, untarnished by the grossness of human expectoration. Whatever the reason, this law stands as a hilarious testament to small-town quirkiness. But fear not. This law isn't exactly enforced with the intensity of a bank heist sting operation. Most likely a stern look or a polite,
Excuse me, sir, madam, but spitting is frowned upon here will do the trick.
"Here are some tips for navigating Lexington's spitting statute. Carry a pack of tissues. If you absolutely must clear your throat, do it discreetly. If you see someone struggling with a rogue loogie, offer them a tissue with a friendly smile. After all, a little public service can go a long way and might just prevent a citation." Remember, folks, keeping Lexington's sidewalks spit-free is a community effort. In Tennessee, inking a minor is a big no-no. We're talking a misdemeanor offense, which means a potential fine and a not-so-fun chat with the judge.
Oh
So, teenagers of Tennessee, hold on to your rebellious urges and maybe that questionable tramp stamp design until you're a legal adult. Imagine this. You're 16, obsessed with a particular band, let's say, hypothetically, Nickelback, no offense to Nickelback fans, and you decide to get their logo permanently etched onto your, well, let's just say a prominent body part. Fast forward 10 years and Nickelback is a distant memory, hopefully. Now you're stuck with a giant, faded reminder of your questionable taste. Not exactly a recipe for future job interviews or winning over your significant other. So, Tennessee's law, while seemingly strange, protects teenagers from their own impulsive desires. Besides, wouldn't you rather wait and get that truly awesome tattoo design you've been dreaming of? The one that perfectly reflects your adult, sophisticated self. Remember, folks, tattoos are a big commitment. Wait until you're a grown-up in Tennessee, then go forth and get inked with the coolest design your adult self can dream up. Just maybe avoid anything featuring cartoon characters or boy bands, unless it's a truly ironic statement, of course. Remember, these laws might be strange, but they're a reminder that sometimes a little quirkiness can make life a whole lot more interesting. So next time you're in Tennessee, keep your eyes peeled for suspicious hollow logs, dial your girlfriends with confidence, even if there are 8 of them, and for the love of all that's holy, refrain from public expectoration.
I'm no
Just
lawyer,
remember,
but let me
a
check
little
this
knowledge
real
goes a
quick.
long way, especially when it comes to keeping things weird and
I
legal
think we have a
in the
verdict.
volunteer state. What do you think about this topic? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, remember where you are and remember the law.